The new passenger hub at Cockerhead is just the start of an all-new mainline extension here on the network. Currently we have an underutilised main line that ends in a stub at Haltwhistle, but that changes today. I'll be extending the line south through Knutsford, Hale, Wisbech and Woodstock all the way to Abingdon. You may even notice an obstacle in the way, as the River of Gold blocks the path from Wisbech to Woodstock, but don't worry, I have a plan for that. That's right, today I'm taking the express underwater. Hello everyone, it's M4J here, and welcome back to From Steam to Electricity here on Transport Fever 2. Welcome back to the brand new Cockerhead station. The more I look at this, the more I like it, the more I wish I could change lots of things about it. Kind of went over it at the end of last episode, but I'll do it again. The fact that there's no way to taper the platform edges here as far as I can tell. There is in Transport Fever 1 though, so I'm hoping there is a way here too. Also the roofs, I can show you that one. So if I go components, there is this roof piece here, but I think it's a bit too modern for where we are, which is 1904. This looks very much like early 2010s maybe type station, maybe the 90s. Oh, our money has just absolutely tanked. We'll fix that momentarily. If I can fix that while I'm talking. Just close your eyes and don't look at the money at the bottom for a second. As I said last episode, I don't really care about making money right now. I just want to make a good network. Speaking of making a good network, we're going to have to make some executive decisions in the not too distant future as well. There we go, 20 million, that should do it. I want to separate the freight from the passenger because I think it's getting beyond a joke now. So what I mean by that is not so much over this side of the network. This bit's not too bad, but down at Stowmarket here we have freight trains blocking passenger trains because they're waiting to go into the platforms here. This is actually an easy fix. And the majority of this bit will have to be shared track still because of this viaduct here. Although actually, the more I look at this, the more I think we could just make this 6 tracks. Like move it away slightly and just have it as a separate track that then connects up where this head shunt is. That's actually very possible. And then here, it could just follow around in this direction. This coal mine here might be a bit of a problem, or this steel mill, sorry, might be a bit of a problem, but I'm sure we can find a solution for that. And then it's on the right side of the tracks here to actually come into the freight terminal. I think we can fit another pair of tracks under here. If not, we'll have to do a little bit of rejigging. I think if we move this line here over slightly. The good thing with once you've placed track is you can do the parallel lines thing without causing too much commotion. We just need one on each side and then we can shuffle everything over one and it'll work quite nicely. But you can see already here there is a pair of tracks here that could just connect up and go. So we'll see about that. And then south of Toaster, again, we can just do 2 tracks on the same side because Blackburn's on this side. This is where it gets tricky again though. We might still need to keep the head shunt for this bit, because I think here it will have to be shared tracks down to Gateshead. And then from here we can go back to having 2 tracks on this side again, but then have them dive under and rise up to go into Paignton. That's something we could do. I'm going to do that off camera though, because again, that's major rebuilding and you guys probably aren't interested in that. Over here from Cockerhead, we can just pair the track here that goes up and over and then reconfigure this bit slightly so that it doesn't join up because the freight side is on the south side here. No idea what that tick was for. And then from this bit, my plan here is to have it run parallel here across the bridge and then immediately start sloping downwards, travel underneath the main line here, and then rise back up again on this side and then remove this building and no longer have this as a dead end. And actually have trains pass through it. Maybe have these 2 tracks here be the main line. And then, yeah, remove the head shunt and all's hunky-dory. The more I think about it, the more I really like that idea. So I think we're going to do that. On this side of things, it's separate tracks anyway, all the way through Stafford, now down to Holtwhistle. And then this, from Holtwhistle, is a separate track down through Knutsford and Hale, which is where we're about to go today. But not on the freight. We're going to do it on the passengers. Because, as you saw in the intro... By the way, the intro... I know the camera flyovers are really janky. I'm still learning how it all works, so you'll have to bear with me on that one a little bit. But I'm going to try and do that more, because I think it shows off the network a lot better. How it's all going to work. And just give you an idea as to where we're going to be building, what we're going to be doing, all that good stuff. And it just looks cool. It looks really cool. It's a lot easier than trying to do it like this manually, having the cameras. I just need to work out a little more the timing so it's not as jerky at points, and also the keyframes, so we're looking at what we're supposed to be looking at. Because last episode, I think we were supposed to be having a nice grand fly around of the station, and instead the new version briefly goes out of shot because we didn't line it up correctly. But yeah, I'm learning. So yeah, today we're going to be taking this main line here from Holtwhistle and extending it down through Knutsford, through Hale, down to Wisbech, under the water to Woodstock, and currently terminating at Abingdon. We are then going to get an express service running between Cockerhead and Abingdon. We're going to get a separate express service running from Cockerhead to Paynton. And that's where moving the freight out of the way would be beneficial, because right now that's just going to get blocked up massively. So I think the first thing I want to do, before we do absolutely anything else, is place some stations. I think that's the smart way of going about this. So the first one is going to be up here at Knutsford. I don't know why I chose to say it like that. Apologies to those who live in Knutsford. It's just a fun word to say in that accent. We're going to move this road here, and we're going to get rid of this one here. We are then going to join this one, like so. And I'm also going to upgrade that one. I am then going to remove this road here entirely, just for a second, because this point here is where the station's going to go. And I'm already liking the idea of this being a bridge going over the track. I don't think we've connected up anything here, or if we have, it can be rerouted. So that's fine. Now, most of these stations are going to be quite simple, because Holtwhistle is the interchange here, so there's platforms on all 4 tracks. Knutsford, I think we're only going to need platforms on the outer 2 lines, so we don't have to go crazy with the design here. I think it might actually be a similar thing with Hale, but Wisbech will have platforms on all 4 tracks, and I think Wisbech, will also be a junction with a line coming up this way to Middlewich. I think that's something we said before. But the location of Wisbech is going to be very specific, because we need to be able to tunnel under the water and emerge before Woodstock. And I think I've said before, I'm whistling through my nose. That's a new one. I want Woodstock Station to be built here, and then I want the tracks to come this way down and underneath, and then emerge again over here. So Wisbech Station might actually be a ways out of town. Hopefully not. But I think once it's gone underground, we can curve it quite sharply, and then curve it back, and then bring it back up. So I think the up ramps are going to be around here somewhere, which would make the station around here somewhere, unless we can get it on this side of the road, which might actually be a good idea. But the plan for today is I'm going to build the stations first, live here for you guys to see now, and then I'm going to... Hello, game. Once this is loaded, I'm then going to time-lapse building the tracks. Have I broken the game? I think I've broken the game. Well, that's new. I have crashed the game. So I'm going to go fix that. And then, yeah, I'm going to build the stations on camera for you. Then I'm going to do a time-lapse of the track. And then we're going to start running the services. So I'll be back again in just a second. All right, recovered. Built the station. Decided to just build it before coming back. Makes my life a little bit easier. Haven't done the bridge yet here, though. So we're going to do that quickly. So I think that's going to involve a little bit of a tweak here, too. Because essentially what we need to do is grab some track. I've already built the central tracks here at 124 miles an hour, not 125. Just so that I don't have to change them in the future, because it's a faff. It's a real faff. But yeah, essentially here I'm going to do this, and it's already declining, which is good. I think actually we're going to curve this way for this. I think we're going to go around the back of the oil refinery here, because Hale Station is going to be kind of over this way, because I'm going to plug it into the existing transport network. So that makes sense. So I think we're going to do it kind of in this direction here. Like so. Stop umming, Mark, as well. Crying out loud. There we go. And then that one there. And then this one here. That's the only track I'm going to build out of Knutsford right now. And that's solely so that we can get this in. So if we build it flat like that and then do... Well, that's not going to work. Okie dokie. That helps make that decision a little bit easier. What we're going to do here then is this, and then we're going to build from here around to here. That's already a little too high, I think. I think we might do it to this point. And then bring it down a little bit. See, the smart thing would be working out how high this needs to go here. So that needs to be flat. So I think we need to go up again. Like so. And then can I hump back it? I can, but it's still not great. So we'll go up again. And now it works. Lovely. So now we can go there to there. Kind of that distance. Make it... Let's make it green. Oh no, we still have a collision. 1 second. Bring it up just a smidge more. Because that works. So then we can do that. There we are. Let's bring this back down to ground level. That's not at all what I wanted. There we go. Right, do this. And do this. This I wanted to actually connect up there, but I don't think I am going to do that now. So I think I'm going to do it like this instead. There we are. And then from here... Why do you keep doing that? It's very irritating. There you are. So if I check now, this station here should be connected to the bus stop, and it is. It's a bit of a walk. I think what I will do is move the bus stop to this street. And then maybe build another one here just to fill the gap. And then another one round here somewhere, maybe on this road here, just to fill that gap. Because I think... Do we even have... Oh, we do. It's just no one uses it. Well, that's reassuring, isn't it? Very reassuring. We'll fix that too. We might have to redo the buses in Knutsford completely. Right, next on the list, Hale. We have this weird A shape here. First thing we're going to do is remove that entirely. There we go. And Hale Station, I like the idea of it being on a road. So actually, I've just removed it, but I think I'm actually going to rebuild the A shape here. But I'm going to extend this way. And then build this through. Just give that a second. Build this through like so. And then connect that to that. I think Hale Station's going to sit on this here. Because then the tracks can come this way. And then that goes around that nicely. And then we're kind of on the right alignment for coming towards the river. Or at least curving this way towards the river. And then around this side, somehow crossing over this, and then we're on the right side of Wisbech for everything. Yeah. Hale Station. So this is going to be exactly the same design as what we've just built, pretty much. So we're going to go like this. Yep. That'll do. Hale Station 1. Well, that's not the right name, is it? So this is going to be Hale Goods Yard. Which then makes this Hale. Like so. And then I should have kept that open. What a ninny. Oh yeah, I've also got station roofs in the game now as well. So at some point I can go back and tart up some of my stations. But again, I think that's going to be off camera. Because you guys don't want to see... Well, I'm assuming no one wants to see me just building and rebuilding the same thing over and over again. There may be an audience for it. But as I said, I'm very focused now on trying to do new stuff that I've not done before. And try and make it more interesting and exciting. And hopefully today, a nice underwater tunnel will fit that bill perfectly. Where's platforms? There it is. That's the other thing with the realistic slopes mod. I don't even know if this tunnel is possible. It may end up having to be a bridge. But unless we try, we'll never know. And that's what makes this so exciting. Right, I'm going to put the subway on this side this time because I'm a rebel and I like to mix things up. I'm also going to continue the roof because why not? And that's Hale Station done. Now we've got the fun. The fun. So I think first of all I want to build Woodstock Station. And I think Woodstock and Wisbech are going to be built in cuttings to try and make the slope a little bit easier. So this here, this road here is going to become a bridge over the tracks underneath. But we're going to do this first. Just to make life a little easier. I'm also going to make this a 4-platform station. With a footbridge actually instead of a subway. And then we're going to sink this down beneath the ground. I think to this level. And I'm hoping this will now go over the top. It will not. So it needs to go lower. Oh, wrong way. .1 maybe? Or minus... that looks like it's doing the trick. Yeah, that definitely looks like it's doing the trick. Okay. Is that going to work? It is. It's a little bit not how I want it to look at all. So what I might do then is rebuild all of this to make it work. So I think this... Wow, that won't even work as slightly. So this is going to have to move. Okay. Here, across to here. There we go. And now that works and looks a lot nicer. Alrighty. Connecting this now to this is a challenge in of itself. He can't speak today. Too much slope. Yeah, so I think this is going to move to over there. 3 and 0. Yeah. To be honest, I think I can just tie that in with this now. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Like that. And then put some cargo buildings there and there. And sure. And the problem is we have got horses there, so we're going to have to move those over somehow. So you are now going to go here. And you're doing what? Just picking up food. That's easy. Wasn't expecting to have to do this bit today, but it's all good. Alright, so that line is now fixed. And we've got this one. I'm just going to keep you pinned. It's your fuel. That's nice and easy as well. And I think technically all of these can be unloading waste as well. Although you're just dropping off. But I might as well have it. Might as well have it. So the food one as well. I'm just going to change you so that you're dropping off waste. Just in case one day we do connect all that up. It's going to make life a little bit easier. And then you, same thing. So here you are loading, I guess, goods. I guess that's what the G stands for. And unloading waste. Lovely. Now, just need to sell these. However many there are. I have a feeling there's a lot. Not quite sure how a bus ended up down here. But that's actually created some problems here because we are now losing... Can I squeeze that in there? I can. We're actually losing... the words that I can't find. Clone you. And then sell you. Yeah, we're losing buses. We're losing the last vehicles on the line. That's what I was trying to say. I'm hoping there are enough other trucks out on the line here. It looks like there are. It looks like we're fine, yeah. And then just going to sell you. I'm hoping we weren't trying to connect to an industry here or anything. It doesn't appear like we were. Alrighty, so that's now in. Woodstock Station. To connect it, we're going to try and be clever here. And go like this. Make it flat. In this direction. You can just go out this way. That's absolutely fine. And then from here, I think we can build this down and around. Like so. And if I click you now, you are actually connected to that. This I don't think is connected, no. We could potentially put a second exit here and have a road that slopes up, but I don't actually mind it coming off this one. That's fine for me. Yeah. Abingdon's off in that direction. We'll focus on that one in a second. The next one then is Wisbech. Now this one, I'm thinking Wisbech Station is going to be built somewhere over here. So it's going to be outside of town. So we're going to need buses to link it all up. But from that, we should then get a good downslope here. Curve underneath this bit, which is kind of the thinnest section of water here. And then rise up again this side and connect into Woodstock. That's my thinking. So I'm anticipating a station in a slight cutting, not as extreme as Woodstock's, but somewhere... And actually, I'm going to make this a 6 platformer for reasons that will become clear shortly. Let's spin this a little bit. I think... Where do I want this? If I tried to build it near Wisbech, how much space will I have? I can actually go a lot closer than I think. I think I can go almost off this road here. But then I do want the tracks to pass under this street. So we're going to rebuild this road here as well, I think. Which is actually going to make my life a little bit easier. Because then I think what I can do is build the station on this alignment. That keeps going up, Mark. Keep building it up. That's not what I want to do. I want to go down. I also want to zoom in, not out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, no, see, I'm starting to dig into the hill there. So I think what I want to do still is have it on this alignment, but somewhere over this bit. Maybe here. So the reason there's 6 tracks here instead of 4 is because 2 of them are going to branch off And they're going to form the branch line that heads up to Middlewich. And they're going to come off of platform 1 and platform 6. And then 2 to 5 are going to be the ones that head down into the tunnel, which we're about to build now. But before we build them, I do just want to start. So I want this to come around like so, at maximum speed. Just going to be this by the looks of it. We don't want to come up too much yet. We kind of want it to be, I guess that is fine. We'll set parallel tracks. In fact, to be honest, could we just go along the water? Yeah, no, we actually could. So that is unnecessary, and it's actually a good thing I built this the way I did. Otherwise, we'd be in trouble right now. There we go. And then here, we'll come up with something. Don't know what yet. This is going to branch off like so. Something similar this side. And then over here, I think 55 is a good speed. Yeah. I like this, and then we could even put some crossovers here and here as well, just in case there are express trains that are going to branch off. Like so, and then we could even do ones going the other way too if we needed to. Let's build that one to there. That one to there. And now the fun bit. We have to somehow connect these up. So the first thing we're going to do is build this. In fact, I think we're going to go straight down. But we're not going to go... Because I'm going to try and do this, yeah, this sort of level. You can see already. I think we might have to go down one again, but we'll try like this first. Yeah, as you can see here, we are struggling somewhat. That's a bridge. No, that's not what we want. But we are going to have to go. Yep, okay. This then needs to be a much steeper gradient. I think we are just going to have to go full on. As steep as it goes. It's a bit of a shame, but what can you do? Okay. Maybe a little bit of flatness. Just as we pull out of the station here. Or maybe a little bit of, like, this. Just to get things ticking over. There. And now, we're going to go extreme. And I think, yeah, that gets us underneath. In fact, that is literally what we need to do. That's crazy. That is crazy. And even here, it's struggling a little bit, but I think that's because... Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah. Sorry, I'm distracting myself. And you know what, actually? The more I'm thinking about this, the more I want this to be 2 pairs of tunnels rather than a 4-track tunnel. So I am going to have to do some rejigging over here still. Because what I want is this one to come slightly this way. And again, you can be a gradient like so. And I want this one to curve slightly this way. Like that. And then here... Yeah, I want you to branch in like that. But we're going to sort that out in a second. Now, I want this to do its thing. And I think that does carry us under the water there. Perfect. Tunnel type. Kind of want it to look, yeah, nice. This is going to be expensive. I'm going to have to get some funds in a second, I think. What's that? Collision with what? Oh no, come on, you were working. You were working. Don't do this to me, game. Okay, we're going to have to maybe start with the tunnel underneath and then work back. That might be a good way of doing it. And then try and connect up each side, which may mean moving the stations, but at least with Woodstock, we can just shift it further along in that direction, you know? Right, so the thinnest section of water is this bit here. And I kind of want the tracks to go almost straight underneath. Is it going to let me do it? It is, but I don't actually know if is the red good or is the red bad. That's not underwater. Neither's that. Neither's that. Wow, you do have to go quite deep here, don't you? Okay, we're getting there. Nice. So I think, actually, I am going to let that do its thing there. I'm going to assume you have not built a parallel track. No, you have not. That's fine. Construction not possible. But why? That's possible. But that isn't. But that is. Is this building along the riverbed or something? Hang on. Hang on. Something's still not quite right here. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So if it's looking like we're going to be here for a while, then I'm going to go and just do it off camera. Alright, there we go. So that can actually be built like this by the looks of things. And then this side, can we do something similar? Yes. Okay. I think then that's working. And then from here, there's the exit. So we want this to be like this, up steep. Why can't I build there? Oh, because I haven't got the money. Alright, bear with. Yeah, I don't want to be doing that. But I don't really have an alternative, do I? Now, will you connect? Well, you actually will. Okay. Okay. Let's snip this bit back. Let's see if I can't achieve it. Okay. That's basically what I want, but I don't want this bit to be underground. So if I build this, I guess like that, and then from here to there, I want this bit to be uncovered. Okay, one line is connected. And you are the express, yeah, the down line, as it were. So now, first of all, will you connect? Too much slope. That's interesting. Okay. So we know we've got more room to play with here. I feel like this will fit. If I do that. Alrighty. and then get this. 4 tracks. Spin you around. I think around here. Like so. Wish I'd made that more bridge now, actually. That would have been cooler. Okay. Now, can I feel like it might still be too much. Yeah, it is. Okay. Considering the space we can work with, though, I feel like if I did this, brought it round like this, will this now connect? Yes. Okay. I do want to take this back a little bit, though, and have this bit not be a tunnel. As long as we don't have water in the troughs here, which it doesn't look like we do. I'm pretty certain we don't on this side either. Nope, that's all fine. Good. So that's 2 of them done. Or one tunnel pair done. All we got to do now is copy this to the other side, which I have an idea for. But we're going to sort that out in a second. I'm just going to parallelize this first. Double track. That's the word I was looking for. I'm going to double track this rather than sounding like I'm injuring it. I just hope the graphics in the tunnel there look good. If there's water in there, I think we might just have to accept it, you know. It's not a huge amount we can do. Right, and then you can come in like so. 1 tunnel, tick. 2nd tunnel. Here's my plan for the 2nd tunnel. Particularly for this section here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And this under here. Actually, 1 second. Let's do this properly. So I want these tunnels to basically be identical. And the easiest way to do that is to do this. And then to do this. And then to do this. I ticked the wrong box there. Clicked the wrong button. That. And then over here again. We're going to do this. Now, I know I said I didn't want a massive tunnel. We're not going to have a massive tunnel because now we're going to remove these. There you go. There's our 2nd bore. Now, I'm hoping, first of all, that we haven't mucked up the graphics in these tunnels. There's no way to find that out right now. Because I did one last episode after I rerouted the passenger trains. I noticed that one of them had run south of Uckfield. Not Uckfield, Toaster. And when I was trying to reconfigure it to get it to go the right way, I had to build a track across a tunnel. And it messed everything up. So hopefully that's not the case this time. But if it is, oh well. Right, you are going to come out to here. We're then going to do this to here. And now that should connect up to there. Let the autosave do its thing. Yeah, sorry, I ended up with 2 walls. 2 vertical walls between tracks in the tunnel where the game had tried to fix where the tunnels were and things. It was a bit messy. I wasn't a fan. Now that that's actually sorted, I can remove you and just say from here, you know what you're doing. Yep, perfect. Okay, so that's an easy one. Now the difficult one is this side. If I can get this to connect, then this is fine. This is absolutely perfect. We don't have anything to worry about. But I have a feeling that this is a bit low. Nope, it's perfect. Look, it's connecting. Okay, so first things first. I want this to be more parallel, if I can. I knew this was going to be the longest part of the video, doing this bit. But I'm so glad it's working. There we go. And then from here, I'm hoping... Yeah. Actually, that works fine. I'll just do that. Money. Money's the problem here. Money will always be the problem here. There you go. That is so awesome. I'm so happy that this is actually working, because I genuinely didn't think it would. I thought I was going to have to put my tail between my legs and build it a different way. Again, we haven't seen inside yet. It might look awful, but for now, this is freaking cool. Alrighty. There it is, folks. Wisbech to Woodstock. Tunneling under the river. That's cool. I'm actually going to do a hard save here because I don't want to lose this. Ignore the crash reports and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm very happy. Right, last thing to do here then is to connect up Abingdon, or build Abingdon Station, and then we can do the time lapse. So actually, let's move over here while it's saving. So Abingdon is just going to be a terminus station for now. We might make it a 6-tracker. 4 should be enough, actually, but I think we'll make it a 6er, just to be certain. We'll have express on one side, local on the other. And yeah, I think what we'll do, I kind of want to build it, yeah, connected to this street. But I think I'm going to have, I think a lot apparently. I've said that like 12 times now. I think, 13, we're going to have it go like this. And then if I can connect that, oh, it's so annoying. I can do that. If I build it here, spin this round like so. Whoops. There we go. We could do 5. I think 5 is a good length. A good number of platforms, sorry, not good length. This should be connected to both tram stops, in fact, so that's good. And yeah, Abingdon Station. Done. So I'm going to build the junction here as well, just so that that's done. So I think if we have... actually, maybe I will do this as a time lapse and just connect everything up all as one thing now. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. I think that's a much better idea. And we'll also connect the towns up. The stations to the towns. So in Hale's case, that's done. In Knutsford's case, that is done. But I'm going to move these over. Connect up to Haltwhistle. That's all going to be easy. This bit's going to be very simple. This bit here a little more complicated. But if we come this way around and then go this way. And then, yeah, that should all be fine. This bit's already done. And then this bit, again, should be fairly straightforward. With a bit of luck. And then, yeah, this is already connected up to the town as well. And in fact, Woodstock is, isn't it? Yeah. So actually, it's only Wisbech that needs connecting to the town. The rest of them already are. Alrighty then. I'm going to stop wasting time. I'm going to start doing the time lapse. I'll see you on the other side. Alright, we're done. We have connected Halt Whistle here, right the way down, through Knutsford, through Hale, via this lovely twin set of tunnels, if I do say so myself. Totley Tunnel, Totley Tunnel. I really like the way, yeah, there's a bit of Z fighting going on, but I really like the way they are paired together like that. That's pretty neat. That's just a one-track space between them, which I think works really nicely. Yeah, up to Hale, across this bridge here, which I think also looks really cool, to Woodstock via this overpass here as well. Sorry, Wisbech first, which still needs connecting up to the town. Then through the twin tunnels here, over to Woodstock. I've kept the signalling quite basic in these tunnels. I've used shunt signals on the ground and just put one before the underwater section in each direction. I think that'll work well with everything here. And then, yeah, out the other side to Woodstock. And then from here, it's just a pair of tracks right now up to Abingdon. Mainly because I feel like Abingdon... In fact, it kind of already is built with this in mind. When this comes around this way and we extend further south, this set of tracks here can actually stay in situ, which is kind of cool. I did that completely by accident. I did record myself doing the signalling. I don't know if I'm going to include it in the time lapse because there was a lot of camera rotation going on, and I don't want people to feel sick when they're watching the video. So that may be excluded when it comes to editing. I'm going to try and remember to at least check it first before I commit to it. And yeah, I don't want people to feel nauseous watching the video. I am quickly here just going to do this, and I'm going to add a... wherever it's gone, depot, which should fit, yeah, nicely there. A bit of a issue here. That's easily fixed if I just remove all of this and that one there too. And we're just going to go zoom in, Mark. There we go. And down like that. There we are. Done. We're ready to start running trains, which is incredibly exciting. I'm just wondering what the best way of doing this is. So Abingdon is connected. It's connected to this tram stop here and this tram stop here. So passengers will be able to go from one to the other. That will then also connect down here. I think, do we actually have passengers running from... I don't think we do on the boat at the moment. And it doesn't matter anyway because it's about to be replaced by the train. So yeah, that's all good to go. The landscaping here I'll sort out some other time. Don't need to worry about that. Woodstock is connected to this bus stop here, so that's also good. I think the only one that isn't actually connected is Wisbech. So let's do that quickly now, he says, hoping it doesn't take too long. I don't think it will, in all honesty. Freight and stuff we'll come back and deal with some other time. I'm not going to worry about that today. My priority here is just getting this connected and functional. So we're going to do this. And I think the way we're going to achieve this is we're going to run passengers over to this mine. Like so. So there'll be a bus stop somewhere around here. We are also going to connect this to this. And I'm hoping somewhere in amongst all this, maybe if we add another little street like this, like we did last time out. Like so. If I was to build a bus stop up here now, this should hopefully connect. Yes, it does. Fantastic. So we're going to do that and that. We're going to build a little loop over here. We'll do it like this. Like so. This is going to have a bus stop on it there. And that's going to be the terminus on that direction. Here, I think we could go there and there. And then maybe this can just split into a loop around town. Possibly. The goal is to try and connect everything together, of course. So I think if we do... I like the idea of curving these now, because I know that some of the road layouts in towns can be a little suspicious at times. So I want to do it more like this now. And then we can go one there. One there. One there. And one here. And that'll be Wisbech all connected. I think that's pretty much connecting, I think. It'd be a shame if it isn't. Actually, because I'm not certain, I am going to remove that. And I'm going to build it down here instead. So I think that connects to that side. This connects to this side. And then, yeah, that's all good. Alrighty, let's get this up and running. We'll put the road depot. Let's connect it there. That's a good idea. Right, new line. Let's start here. Like this. And then around the town like so. And then you are Pax Wisbech. And I think it's this blue here, isn't it? Yes, it is. We don't need to set up anything special for that. And then we can just buy a bus. What have we got? I think this. We'll get 5 of you to start with, because I think you're going to be quite busy. Nice. Alrighty. I don't know how we're going to do the local service. I'm tempted, you know, to have the local one actually terminate over here. Could I, in theory, have a line that cuts right the way across? Possibly. Possibly. Let's see if I can do... I don't know why it's ticking at me. Can I do this? I can do this. Hang on, let me do this, and I'm going to go and see why it's ticking at me. Let's do this. Is this just freight? Yeah, it's freight trains. I'm going to fix all of that off camera. I'm not going to worry about it today. It's a pain in the arse. What can you do? So yeah, this is now for terminating services to Wisbech. So we're actually going to take the Cockerhead stopper, Cockerhead to Halt Whistle stopper, and I think we're going to extend it right the way down through Knutsford, through Hale, to Wisbech. The reason is, at the moment, the express actually stops at Woodstock as well and then runs to Abingdon. So we don't need a special train to do that by itself. You, Cockerhead to Halt Whistle. When you get to Halt Whistle Central, you are then going to extend down to Knutsford, Hale, and Wisbech. And then back to Hale, back to Knutsford, and then back to Halt Whistle. So at Halt Whistle here, platform 1 is correct. You don't need any backups here. We have a trouble between Hale and Wisbech. That's fine. We'll fix that in just a second. Oh, when you run back here, you're going to go into platform 4. Yep. Cool. Knutsford, Hale. So yeah, Wisbech. I actually want both. I'm just going to pin you for a second because I want to rebuild something here. I want to take this out, which is a slight problem. Let's just build this parallel for a second because I want you to connect over to there. But then I also want you let's do this again. Bear with me. Do that. So you're then going to connect into this. That's fine. I then want this one to connect over like so. And then you're going to go like that. You're going to be a double slip. There we are. You're also going to be a double slip. There we are. So now if I select Wisbech here, I can do platform 1 and platform 2. I think. It's saying there's a problem. I will look at that in a second because I don't believe there is a problem. Although, actually, I think I do know what the problem is. I think it's you. Yep, fixed it. Alrighty, so you are now good to go. You can cross over here. That's absolutely fine. You might have noticed I put some grade separation over at Holtwhistle. I'm not going to do that here because this may be just a temporary thing, just to get some passengers flowing. We have the buses running here. If I check this, do we have anything outside of... Well, yeah, Hale already. Potentially Loddon. Although Loddon is up the hill here, is it not? Yeah, so that's a long way to go for them to do it by train. So I think we might actually have a bus line connecting Wisbech to Loddon, and then passengers can go that way. I don't know where I'm going. There we go. Right. So that's good. That's connected. We can sort the timetable out for that quickly as well, because I'll forget otherwise. So Pax, Cockerhead to Holtwhistle. You no longer unbunch there. Instead, you unbunch at Wisbech, and we're going to say every 10 minutes for both of these for now, because I'm not planning on increasing the number of trains. 12 minutes I think is a good frequency. Imagine in the real world having a frequency of 12 minutes. That's pretty good for a long distance stopping passenger train. I'd be happy with that, personally. Okay, Piece de la Resistance then. We're going to get the first express running. Cockerhead. Skipping Stafford, heading straight down to Holtwhistle, where I already know you're going to occupy platform 2. Let's get it. The correct platforms over here as well. So we want you. That's the freight one, Mark. We want you on 3. I think it is. No, 4. And we're going to have 5 as your alternative, just in case. Holtwhistle, you're only coming in on 2. That's fine. Then you skip Knutsford, you skip Hale. Your next stop is over here at Wisbech, where you come in on platform 4. You then tunnel under the water, come out the other side to a Woodstock, where you should also be on platform 2. Yep. And then up to Abingdon, where I'm just going to have you occupy the central platforms. So 2 is fine, and 3, I guess, will be your alternative. Yep, that's good. Back to Woodstock, where you should already be occupying the correct platform. Yes, you are. That is awesome. Back to Wisbech, where again, you should already be occupying the correct platform, and you are. Again, that is awesome. Skipping Hale, skipping Knutsford, back to Holtwhistle, and here you are going to be occupying platform 3. And then back to Cockerhead. Nice. So you are Pax X. I'm going to call you. Whoops. Cockerhead to... not Wisbech, Abingdon. Is it 1? I think it's 1. Yeah, it's 1B. And actually, I don't need to call you X right now. I can just call you Pax. There we go. Colour you blue. Now we need to get some trains for you. So I think, because we're starting at Cockerhead, we need the nearest depot that actually faces towards Cockerhead. And I don't believe there is one here, is there? Oh, there's this one. Okay, this one might do it. And what's really cool here is we get to use the big express loco. Look at this. 80 miles an hour? I think 80 miles an hour. Let's go 80 miles an hour. That sounds fun, doesn't it? And then passenger. We can use the top light coaches. Yeah. Alright. Front brake. 1, 2, 3. Rear brake. We're going to need lots of money, first and foremost, and I think we're going to need 4 of these. It's a capacity of 256 passengers. I'm hoping, again, money isn't really the issue anymore in this series, but I'm hoping we still make a lot of money off of these trains. and we get a good number of people actually on them. That would be very useful indeed. There's the 90 million. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You are all going on when I find it. Cockerhead to Abingdon. Oh, it's thinking about it, and we're off. What is the frequency on this route? 11 minutes. That is actually pretty good. Pretty happy with that. So I'm going to grab you as well. Cockerhead here. I'm going to unbunch every 10 minutes. And then at Abingdon, same thing. Although these should never interact with each other now. If it works well. They should pass each other, but they should never get in each other's way. Do we have anyone? Not yet. Not yet. Although Holt Whistle there. Yeah, not yet. This might be too far away to detect, though. We need some passengers to cut across to the new line anyway. Oh, it would help if I unpause the game. That would be good too. I'll check that again now. So we're looking for Knutsford, Hale, Woodstock, Wisbech, Abingdon. Any of those? Not yet. What about Leatherhead? Because you're slightly closer. Not yet. Okay. Stafford, I don't think we will anyway. Oh no, Knutsford. But that might be because of the stopper. And Abingdon's there as well, actually. So that is working. They are going to use it. Someone's picked up a job in Abingdon. They're going for work. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Abingdon, Abingdon. There. One person's going there for work. That's insane. Alrighty. Everything looks hunky-dory as far as I'm concerned. I'm quite happy. Are you the first train out? Nope. Are you the first train out? Maybe you were the first train out. Oh, you are the first train out. I'm going to keep you pinned as well because I want to watch you. And everything else, yeah. I think we're all good, folks. I think we're all good. Knutsford, are you going anywhere? To Nailsworth, Southport, Stafford, Warwick, Wisbech, Holt Whistle, Hale. Yeah, awesome. I won't check Hale right now. The one I do want to check is Wisbech because this is the one where we've just set up the bus and everything. 13 people to Abingdon, 2 to Holt Whistle, 16 to Hale, 2 to Knutsford, 6 to the Iron Ore Mine, that's good to see, 11 to Woodstock. We're starting to get some to Wisbech itself using the bus, which is good. Still nothing to Loddon, but that's fine. Yeah, eventually we'll get buses out to these places as well. I think right now, just getting this train running was the priority for sure. Sweet. I'm very happy. I'm very happy we got... Oh, the City of Truro. I didn't realise this was City of Truro. Doesn't look like City of Truro, that's why. Different paint scheme. But yeah, I'm very happy, folks. I wasn't expecting to get all this done today, and yet here we are with it all done. So I'm very, very ecstatic indeed. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Both if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series so far. It really helps me out, helps the algorithm know that you enjoy the content, and keeps pushing it to you. Besides that, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think of this episode. If you've got any ideas for future episodes as well, then by all means let me know down below. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so. Again, really helps out the channel. If you have already subscribed, thank you for your continued support. It's very much appreciated, particularly in this year. Again, if you don't know, this is my make or break year, so I'm trying to make it successful as a full part-time YouTuber. So if you're enjoying what you're seeing and you want it to stick around, then by all means subscribe to the channel. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, and until next time, hopefully this train will be going soon. I will see you soon.